Sun Valley. This is Marie's Kitchen. Welcome. Today I have another recipe about potatoes. And of course, when we talk potatoes here, it's Idaho potato. So I'm going to use russet potatoes like I did with the wedge last week. And we're going to do Belgian fries. Best potato to use to do this recipe. All right, the reason I picked to do the Belgian fries is because each time I make fries and I have friends over, lately not that many because of what's going on, but they wanted to know the recipe. There you go. I'm gonna make it for you right here in my kitchen for Eye on Sun Valley. So I'm just gonna do 2 potatoes, and I usually use 1 potato per person. So I'm gonna make 2 potatoes. You watch, very easy. All you need is potato and some hot oil. And when we talk about hot oil, we say be careful because it's really hot. So I am gonna start cutting in the middle. And they always stick. That's the starch. And so like a little bit of glue. What I'm gonna do, so I cut the potato in 2. And again, very firm. You don't hear it, but I can tell you it's very firm. And I'm gonna slice, and I can do, I think, 3 slices per half of potatoes. So 1, and 3. This knife is really, really sharp. So I'm gonna make it 1, and 2, and 3. And then I'll show you how I cut them. And again, you can cut this part, you have to do it this way. So cut it, this one. I think I have 2. Yeah, that will be enough. Then I'm gonna switch knife. I'm gonna go to my smaller knife. And this is how we do. We do bâtonnet, we say in French, like little stick. And mine are not too thin and they're not too thick either. So they're pretty much, what is it? 1 inch? Don't know. But anyway, that's the way I do it. So you do the stick, little bâtonnet, you put that in this little container. See how easy it is? Allez, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops! Et voilà. 1, 2, 3, 4. Et voilà. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you like the potatoes, the stick a little bit thicker and wider, you can do it. I always do my potato pretty much the same when I do Belgium. So it looks like this. We call this frites. Okay, I have to tell you something about the russet potato. No, I will say Idaho potatoes. That was about 5 years ago. I went to New York with 2 girlfriends, and we were doing our thing. So I was alone, wandering in New York, like I do when I'm in Paris. And I know that because I belong to a group called the Belgium, les Belges à l'étranger, Belgium in a different country. And I know in New York there is few Belgian people who opened what we call friterie. So meaning you go and they sell only Belgian fries. So I walked in and I remember it was a small street and you had to go down like you go into a basement. And I ordered my fries, and they, sure enough, they have in their little cornet, and I ask, which potatoes do you use? And they look at me like, remember, I'm in New York. They say, oh, we use only Idaho potatoes. And I'm like, I want a bag of fries. You know your potatoes. I am from Belgium. I know potatoes. So, and they were delicious. We're gonna do 2 cooking. The first one we call pré-cuire. You call it probably blanch here. And then I'm gonna take them out, reheat the oil even more, and then that will be the result of the fries. So I'm gonna show you how to, because I don't use thermometer, I'm gonna use a fries to see if the oil is ready to be cooked. I mean, the fries ready to be cooked in that oil. So let's do that. We'll be right back.
Better food, better price, better service. Atkinson's Market, supporting local farmers since 1956.
All right, now we have, I forgot to mention, I probably did, so I have a pan that I use only for my fries. So it's half olive oil and half vegetable oil. Now the temp, like I said earlier, I do not use thermometer. So I'm gonna take 1 fries, there it is, and I'm gonna put it in the pan and see it's bubbly there. My oil is ready. So, and the second time we're gonna cook the fries for the final product, it's gonna be even hotter. So be very careful when you put the potatoes, because it can easily, if it's too hot, go overboard. And you do not want that, because it can be dangerous. So, and you can practice. Even if it's a little bit cooler, not hot like this one right now, it's okay, because the second time you cannot mess it up. You have to have it very hot. But right now it's cooking, and it's gonna cook for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. This recipe, the Belgian fries, so now I'm gonna do it right away. So the first cook and then the second one to show you for the cooking show. But let's say you have a busy day and you know you're gonna have guests, or you don't have too much time for dinner. What you do, you can cook the fries in the morning and then leave it on the side, so in this little pan, and you can go on with your day, the whole day. Then when you come back and it's time for dinner, you just reheat the oil and you cook them a second time. Those fries can stay all day on the side, no problem. Absolutely no problem. Did you know that 72% of people who eat potato, 72%, it's enormous. I did my research, use Idaho potatoes. I didn't know that. I do now. I'm gonna take them out. I am not gonna let them cook through. I'm gonna take them out. And I'm gonna do that now. So you scoop them. See, they're still very white, but they're already pre-cooked. So when I'm gonna go and cook them all the way, I think there is a little bit too many potatoes. I wanted to do all the 2 potatoes together, but I should do one at a time, because it's a little bit too much, so it's gonna take a little bit longer. So it's still very white, but let me tell you, and it's very hot, but I'm gonna show you, it's cooked, see? It's cooked. But you don't want to eat fries pale like that. No, you don't. It's not Belgian fries. So what I'm gonna do now, so what I was telling you earlier, the potatoes, now if you want, let's say it's 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. and you want to go running, hiking, play tennis, whatever you do during the day, you can put a paper towel and leave it there until 6 p.m. No problem, no problem. You come back and you're gonna reheat your oil. And here it's gonna be extremely hot. So I have to be very, very careful. Actually, I think it's really hot. So I'm gonna put it, I'm gonna see. Yeah, it's really hot. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put all the potato and the fries back in the pan, which is really hot. See, it's really hot. So be very careful because seriously, the oil can overboard very fast. Oh, also in Belgium, because it's a Belgium specialty, we have what we call baraque à frites. Baraque means like a trailer, and that's where they sell the fries. You go and you order your fries, and they have all kind of variety of dish with that. So one of them is classic as well. So you have the cornet frites, who looks just like a little cone, and they put the fries inside, put the salt, and then they ask you which kind of sauce do you want with that. Well, we have over 30 different kind of sauce in Belgium. Mayonnaise, of course, and they use the mayonnaise with their fries in the Netherlands, Holland. And my favorite is, believe it or not, sauce américaine, American sauce. But we have samouraï, we have piccalilli, we have moutarde, mustard, ketchup. There is so many of them. I cannot even remember all of them, but we do have a lot of variety of sauce. So we call, when you order your fries, say, well, a small cone of fries, that's more than enough for me. And I go every year in Belgium, except this year, of course, but I always have to have my fries in the beginning of my trip and at the end of my trip. So I have my dose of the Belgian fries. There you go. For me, they're ready. So I'm going to turn off my heat because they're still cooking for a few seconds. They're absolutely ready for me. And I'm going to let them, the heat is off, but because the oil was so hot, it's still cooking, and I know that it will be perfect when the heat starts to slow down, at least for me. And again, some people like it a little bit more golden. This is the way I like them. Yum. There it goes. Look at this. Isn't it great? Oh, yum. I like them. I don't make them very often because I can eat the whole thing myself. I don't share. All right, now here's the fries. We're going to salt them and taste them. Yum. We'll be right back.
I moved out to Idaho 4 years ago. So I met a lot of people and I really, really like it here. You know, if you don't have something like that that brings you into other people's lives, it takes a long time to get to know people.
So did you know that Idaho farmers grow 13 billion, like billion with a B, pounds of potatoes each year? I didn't know that. Like 13 billion pounds. It's enormous. Did you know also that the Idaho potatoes are #1 selling potato in the whole world? The Idaho potatoes are so good. There is a reason for that. And the reason is the rich volcanic soil and the unique climate. It's very typical for Idaho. And the reason is we have cold night and during the day we have sunny days. So that makes the Idaho potato very, very special and very tasty. All right, so the fries are back here on my island and I'm gonna use sea salt because I love sea salt. I use this salt and I'm gonna put some salt on top of the fries. Maybe a little bit too much, and then you toss them like this. Yum, yum. And then we're gonna serve. I'm having this one, sorry. This is the tasting, because you know me, I love to taste. Fries, mayo, stick in your mouth, and it's delicious. And I am back in Belgium when I do my fries. So, any questions? You can just send your question to Ionson Valley, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. In the meantime, see you next time on Ionson Valley in my kitchen. Au revoir, and remember, cooking is love. You know me, I love cooking. See you soon. Bye-bye, everyone. Au revoir.